So we are here at the Connery Grounds, Leeward Islands 50 overs competition. Nevis coming up against arch rival St. Kitts. Gets one Archibald Bowles turned into the onside. And Tijari Clark races after it. They're going to get two quite easily. That's him, Julia. So, just in case you're wondering, like I was wondering, why Captain Carlon Bowen Tuckett is not wicket keeping, I'll get back to that as he gets one Archibald, steams in now to bowl to Drew. He's on driving. That's a lovely shot. He finds the gap. It's going to race into the mid wicket boundary. If that man can't pull it back, he does, though. That's great work. And that's Acadianto with it. Very good athlete, natural athlete. They only got two. He really covered the grounds very quickly indeed. So two more to the batsman. We're a little bit away from the. We're a little bit away from the scores, and so we'll have to try to get the updated scores when we can. So Kezwan Archibald steams in now to bowl to Drew. Here goes, bowls. Kezwan Archibald gets a good delivery, just comes quietly forward, pushes it into the offside, and quick movements there by Jaden Carmichael. So, just in case you're wondering, Carlton Pluck is the wicketkeeper today. But I understand that that is because apparently the West Indies Cricket Board has given a directive as to how many matches Carlton Bowen Tuckett can keep. Remember, he's a contracted player with the West Indies Cricket Board, so he's fielding at mid-on at this point. Captain of the Nevis team, Carlton Bowen Tuckett. Here he goes, moves in now. Archibald bowls. This time he's quietly forward, pushing it up onto the onside, up to the captain. Tuckett can't score. So Kezwan Archibald, who would have played for the Leewards previously, steams in once more to bowl to Drew. There he goes, bowls to Drew. He comes solidly, quietly forward, pushes it up to the man at mid-off, and that ends the over. So the other batsman along with Drew is Mikyle Louis, who has scored 2 centuries so far. And so Nevis would know that this is one man they need to get out. So we have just confirmed with we've just confirmed that it's 20 for 1 and we're into over number 6. 30 for 1. 30 for 1. 30 for the loss of 1. And over number 6 coming up. Caddy into Willett is going to bowl. He got a wicket in his first over. Packed offside field, indicating that the bowler has been given clear instructions as he moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis driving. He loves that drive. Gets it to short extra cover. Busu, vice captain, tosses it over to his captain. Can't score. Akadi into Willett. Bright sunshine here now at the Connery Grounds as he races in now to bowl to Louis, driving powerfully. Carlton Bowen Tuckett dives across and doesn't pull it in initially. Stopped it effectively enough, and they got a single. Mikyle Louis playing with the confidence of a man who has 2 centuries behind him. Looking positive so far. On the international stage, seems to have an issue just outside the off stump. Looks pretty confident today. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. There's Willett getting a good delivery. Squared away down towards Kezwan Archibald on the deep point boundary. They get another single. 32 for the loss of 1. St. Kitts batting first. We're in over number 6. Acadianto Willett it is. We'll steam in now to bowl to Louis. Here goes. Ball comprehensively beaten. And he looked to pull. The ball kept a little low and just shaved the off stump as he went flat on his buttocks. Looking to pull. The ball didn't lift at all. And that one shaved the off stump. He has a concerned look at the pitch now. But was almost undone on that occasion. Of course, the pull shot is an option. There's a short mid-wicket. There's a mid-on. And lots of open acreage in the deep mid-wicket area. Willett will move in once more to bowl to Louis. Bowls, he's on driving, finds the man at mid-off on, and they flew quickly for the run. And hustling home on the run, playing the shot on the run, and getting a single. Just realized that Sharma didn't release the ball, probably deciding that he would have been a little late. So Willett now will bowl to Drew. Akadi into Willett. Steams in now to bowl to Drew. Drew is driving, getting a full pitch delivery, slashing it down towards the man on the deep point boundary. That's Kezran Archibald. They'll only get a single. 34 for the loss of one at the end of 6. Kezran Archibald it is now, bowling to Drew. Turns it into the onside, can't score. So here goes now. Kezran Archibald races in now to bowl. He's on driving smoothly down towards the man at mid-on, can't score. So we understand that Deantra Drew is one of the young cricketers. Settles over his bat now. Archibald races and bowls. That one leaving and going through pluck. And 2 fielders racing after it. And Adrian Williams, who is also a natural athlete, gets there quickly and pulls it in. Out today is Kian Pemberton, the former under-19 West Indies player, and Jamie Cornelius. Both out, so that's Kian Pemberton. And Jamie Cornelius also at the far end is out for this particular game as well. Nevis would have won their first game and then lost a second game pretty badly. Spin bowler Michael McKenzie was the undoing of the Nevis team, picking up 7 for 17. Is Archibald bowling. He probably left that alone. Looks as if he was playing at it, but I think he played deliberately inside of it, due to the keeper. Archibald it is, moves in now to bowl to Juju, is driving, but not timing it. It's hit into the offside, easily fielded. That looks like Ross Powell, can't score. Archibald races in once more to bowl to Juju, is driving again. Again, hitting it straight to that man at short extra cover, can't score, ends the over. So it's going to be Akadiento Willett now to move in now to bowl to Louis. Turns it into the outside. They're off and running and pick up a single quite easily. Willett it is. Moves in now to bowl to Drew. Edge! Oh, it sounded as if something just touched there. But maybe his bat hitting into his pad. Keeper took it. There was no appeal really. Willett it is. Steams in once more to bowl to Drew. Drew is driving nicely, coming across his Sharma, getting the return in, but they're safely home. A little change in the strategy now. Man has been sent way back on the backward of square boundary. Mikyle Louis glanced over his shoulder to make a note of that. Here goes now. Willett moves in now. And he bowled a slow ball. What a bluff. Sent the man back. Made sure that Louis saw that he was sending the man back. And so the mind would be telling you that you'll be getting a snorter. And there was a slow ball Yorker, brilliantly bowled, just as his dad would have done. He picked it up a little late, but he got his bat down in time. I think Percy Joe would think that that would have been brilliantly bowled too. So here he goes once more, moves in now to bowl. Faster delivery in the air for a long time, but falling well short of Sharma. He definitely wasn't in control and pushing it hard. So here goes now. Moves in now to bowl to Louis. Gets a fast Yorker now. Jabs down on it. So he would have had a slow Yorker. He would have had a faster delivery. And now a snorting Yorker. And he came down on it a bit late, but he was hurried into the shot. Kept it out well. Sharma it is. into the attack now. Bowles is punching this one into the outside. Fielder comes across, bubbles slightly, but stops it effectively. You didn't know, huh? So it's going to be Sharma to bowl to Jew. Bowls shot and it's smashed away. That's a lovely shot. Finds the gap, but the fielder is after it very quickly indeed. Pulls it in, they'll only get two. The outfield seems a little sluggish. I don't know if Percy Daniel could. Yeah, it says very heavy indeed. So, so Percy Daniel indicating that there are sections of the field that are indeed a little heavy. We really have had a lot of rain in the recent past. Well, in Nevis, I don't know about St. Kitts. Same thing? Same thing. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with Melissa. That's right up in the block hole. He squeezes it out, plays it back up the strip to the bowler. Bosco comes across, gives him a dab, tells him, well done, Sharma. So, Bujnarayan Sharma it is, moves in now to bowl. Full toss! Swung away. Can Tijari Clark pull it in? He can't. It goes for four. It was a rank full toss. Probably got out of his hand, but he swung it away backward up square for four. The young under 19 player looking pretty positive. So Sharma, who would have performed creditably in the local leagues in Nevis, getting his opportunity to play for the senior team. As he moves in now, flatter. He comes quietly forward, pushes it back up the strip on the onside. Can't score. Sharma it is. Moves in once more to bowl. This time he's driving cautiously up to the man at mid-off. Can't score. Ends the first over of spin. Acadian to Willett from the roadside end. Moves in now to bowl. He's flicking at that. White signal by the umpire. There was a shout from the bowler, but there was no touch on the bat. So here's Willett racing in now to bowl. He's dabbing down on that. Another Yorker length delivery. Came down with a cross bat. So Percy Daniel quite impressed with Acadian to Willett as a thinking bowler. Last over he bowled 3 consecutive deliveries that really gave Mikyle Louis something to think about. So here he goes, moving in now to bowl to Drew. Bowled him! Clean bowled. Drew came across and it's as if that bat had in a hole. Slight movement away and picked out the off stump. What a delivery. Now, Percy Drew not very impressed with the youngster not moving that back leg across in defense. So the new player, Terence Ward, the captain, let's see. Slight movement across and comes quietly forward, pushes it down towards the man on the deep point boundary and gets a single. So Ward immediately off the mark. So it's going to be Willett. Moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis cutting. Oh, just out of the reach. Extra cover. Let's see who that was. I don't think he got his hand to it, but it was in the air for a long time. Acadian to Willett saying, boy, that was close. Let's see if we could make out who the fielder is. Looks like Tijari Clark. But I don't think he got his hand to it, but it definitely was in the air. And it went away for 4. So Willett will prepare now to bowl to Louis. You could see he's batting with the confidence of a man who has made 2 consecutive centuries. Here he goes, bowls Willett. He's cutting this time, jabbing it into the turf and goes into the offside. Can't score. Terence Ward trying to stay warm, running across the outfield and then doing a little bicycle. So Willett it is. Thinks about his next move. Quick word from Sharma as he prepares to bowl now to Mikyle Louis. That another slow ball, but he took it on the full and flicked it away backward of square. Fielder runs in, can't prevent 2. Another slow ball, but that was badly lined on that occasion, easily picked, and that ends the over. More spin into the attack. Jaden Carmichael it is into the attack, left arm leg spinner. We're moving now to ball 2. Terrence Ward bowls. He's punching it into the offside. Races across. They're going to get 1 easily. Good work there by Acadiento with it. Can't prevent the single. Mikyle Louis loves to play the slug sweep. I've seen him play it even against the leg spinners. Let's see what field setting we have. There's a man on the deep backward square boundary. There's a man at Cow's corner, literally. And no straight long on. That's interesting. Here goes now. He bowls. He's on the back foot and he's tugging it back to the ball. And instead of playing it with the turn and punching it into the offside, maybe saying the offside field is too packed, and I was trying to tug it into the onside. Got it back up the strip to the bowler. So settles over his bat once more. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl Louis. Oh, that one kept low. And somehow he kept his eyes on it. I'm wondering if Percy Daniel will tell me that the pitch is playing a little two-sided. Yes, he says it is. I've seen a couple keep low. And he said it happened yesterday as well. So the batsman will have to be pretty careful here. Here he goes, loops it. No, he's driving, reaching for that is Terrence Ward, getting to the pitch and just not really belting into it, just stroking it into the offside. The tall Busso takes it with those bucket hands and passes it back to Carmichael as he moves in once more. Jaden Carmichael loops it now. He's driving more smoothly now. Nicely down towards long off, reaching to the pitch of the delivery and stroking it nicely, picking up an easy single. 1 more to the total. So Jaden Carmichael it is. We're moving once more to bowl to Louis. Louis dabbing it nicely away from Acadiento Willett, but like I say, he's a natural athlete. Gets there very quickly indeed, but can't prevent 2. Little dab shot on that occasion. Acadiento Willett in an extended spell. Moves in now to bowl to Terrence Ward. He's pushing it up towards the man at mid-on, the tall Onaje Amri. They're giving tickets for speeding, but if a man like Theron Busso here and Onaje Amri here get any taller, police should give them a ticket. These guys are tall. So it's going to be Willett once more. Races in now to bowl to Ward. Ward is driving smoothly. Well stopped in the offside by Tijari Clark. And if you talk about a photocopy or duplicate, this man, Acadiento Willett, walks, bowls, acts similarly to his dad, Tonito Willett. There goes, bowls. Nicely played on that occasion by Ward, reaching a long way to get to the pitch of that delivery and played it nicely. Gets a single. It's going to be Acadiento Willett once more. Races in now to bowl to Louis. Louis flicking! I think it's a chance. Pluck got gloves to it, and the way that Tonito Willett is reacting, 4 runs, signaled by the umpire.
It's just water.
He definitely got gloves to it. Carlton Pluck diving away, and he has gotten a chance. Wasn't the best of deliveries. It was a bit offline, but he was flicking hard at it, was Mikyle Louis. Got solid bat on it. Carlton Pluck was diving away. Definitely touched his gloves. And away to the boundary for 4. So here goes now. Willett moving in now to bowl. Again, he decides to go down the leg side. This time it's a wide. I don't know if that was deliberate, thinking, well, you edged one, so let me try again, or just didn't come out right. So here goes. Willett it is. Steams in now to bowl to Louis. Louis getting one, keeping a bit low, and he's cutting at it again. But he cut right over it, I thought, on that occasion. So here goes once more. Willett races in now to bowl to Louis. Louis left alone, pulling his bat inside of it. Definite away movement on that occasion. Now it's going to be Terrence Ward, the captain, to take strike. He's sweeping at that one. and a little bit offline, well controlled, gets a single. So it's going to be Carmichael. We're moving now to bowl to Mikyle Louis. Here he goes, bowls to Louis. Louis comes solidly, quietly forward. So when we look at these three guys, Mikyle Louis, Onaje Amri, and Theron Busu, these guys are tall. Then you look at the captain, Carlon Bowen Tuckett. Well, I guess that's the long and the short of it. As it's going to be Jaden Carmichael moving in once more to bowl. He's on driving smoothly, taking it on the full down to the wide long on position and gets an easy single. So here goes once more. Jaden Carmichael in now to bowl to Ward. Ward drives it beautifully to the outside. Heavy outfield or not. No, he has pulled it in just inside the boundary. They're going back for the third and gets home. Skating home there was Mikyle Louis. Gets another run. So here goes once more to bowl to Louis short, turned into the onside, easily finding the gap. Carlon Bourne Tuckett skates across, picks it up one more to the total. In these 50 overs encounters, line and length are very critical. Carmichael just a little short, just a little offline. Probably needs to be pitching about center and off, and not too full either. Pulling it back slightly. What does he do on this occasion? Too full, I thought. Driving a little loosely on that occasion was Terrence Ward. He wasn't quite to the pitch of that. And that ends the over. Onaje Amri has been brought into the attack. He has been bowling pretty well. Always a very good off spinner. And he'll be bowling to Mikyle Louis. Deep mid wicket and long on in place. And a long off as well. Comprehensively beaten theirs. Got a little bounce. And look at this two-pace pitch. That same end we have seen a couple of balls keep low. That one bounced. A tall man getting some bounce immediately here on Onaje Amri. Incidentally, says he's working on his batting as well. So he moves in now to bowl. Again, a little bounce on that. And the batsman on the back foot pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. So it's going to be Amri once more. Moving in now to bowl to Louis. That time off the edge. Carlon Bowen took it diving away at first slip. Can't pull it in. And I think that's a good move to have that first slip in place off the edge. And they actually went back for two. Here goes once more. Onaje Amri moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis on the back foot, and that one kept a bit low this time. And again, he just managed to squeeze it out. So we have seen some that bounce, some that keep a little low. A little two-pace pitch here. Amrites moves in once more. Bowls, this time he's on the back foot, a lot more composed on this occasion. Plays it quietly into the offside. So, Amri, two tall men facing off here. Here goes. Bowls. He's on the back foot, punches it. Diving away there is Carmichael. Brilliant bit of work. And stopping a certain four because it was running downhill. And ends the over. So here goes now. It's going to be Carmichael bowls to Ward. He comes quietly forward. So Terrence Ward will settle. Akadento Willett predicting that a big shot is coming now. So here he goes. Carmichael moves in now to bowl to Ward. Loops it. He comes solidly, quietly forward. Plays it back up the strip to the bowler. So here goes Jaden Carmichael. Moves in now to bowl to Terrence Ward. Loops it. He come beaten. Comprehensively beaten. That one spun right across him. Pluck had the bails off in a flash, but his back foot was grounded. So that one spun. And he certainly was undone on that occasion. So he moves in once more. Carmichael bowl short, too short. And he pulls it clean out of the park. A rank long hop, and it went sailing over the wall. 6 runs. It's going to be Jaden Carmichael now to moving now to bowl to Ward. Loops it outside the off stump. Better delivery. Left alone. So Ward played a really superb shot. It was a rank long hop and he pulled it powerfully over the wall at the far mid wicket end. Here he goes, bowls. He's come solidly forward.
No, okay.
Mikyle Louis was reaching for that one. He definitely wasn't in control. Was in the air for a bit, but not quite. So it's going to be Amri to bowl now to Ward. Keswan Archibald moves from long off to mid off. As Amri it is. Moves in once more. Stops again. Ward not quite ready. Here goes Amri. Moves in now. Bowls. He's cutting at that and beaten through to the keeper. Comprehensively beaten there as was cutting at that. Through to the keeper. So Amri moves in once more to bowl to Ward. Ward is turning it into the onside. Using a little bit of force in the push there. Pushing hard at it. Right away, Tuckett has put a slip in place. Amri moves in now to bowl. He comes solidly, quietly forward. Amri certainly bowling pretty well here at the Connery grounds. Moves in once more to bowl. Amri. Bowl loops that one. He's driving nicely down towards the man at mid-off. Keswan Archibald feels it easily. Ends the over. So Mikyle Louis will settle over his bat now, as it's going to be Jaden Carmichael bowling that one, keeping low. He's dabbing at that, and that one kept low. He was a bit undone there. Again, going onto that back foot, looking for probably a big shot to the offside. So here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Carmichael loops it. He's going aerial over extra cover, but there's a man deep, and they're going back for the second, and they get it quite easily in the end. Louis settles. It's going to be Jaden Carmichael to move in now. The left arm leg spinner moves in to bowl, loops it. Louis driving nicely down towards long off. Gets an easy single, getting to the pitch of that one very nicely and just stroking it. So here he goes, moves in now, loops it now. He's driving past the bowler, down towards long off, gets a single. Carmichael, oh, the batsman moved across his stumps, and the bowler seemed to be a little unnerved by that and pulled out of the delivery. Moves in once more to bowl to Louis. Pushes it uppishly into the offside, but away from Theron Busu, down towards long off, gets a single. So here he goes once more. Ward hesitantly pushing it into the onside. Seemed to be a bit undone, but kept it out well. Ends another over. Onaje Amri moves in now, driving back up the strip to the bowler. Amri once more to bowl to Ward. Bowl, flat delivery, pushes it away, and quick return there by Carmichael, but they got a quick single. Oh. So here goes. Amri bowls flat and short and turned into the onside. They might be thinking two here. Field is quick. They'll settle for one. Here goes now. Bowls that Amri bowls driving into the offside. Cardon bowling top it. No, that's Shelton Fobbs racing away to pick it up. Amri now moves in to bowl to Ward. He comes solidly forward. There's a space in the onside. Easy single once more. So Amri, who would have made it to the West Indies on the 19 team, moves in once more to bowl. He's driving, well fielded there by Shelton Fobbs, sliding across to pull it in with both hands, ends the over. Carmichael it is, moves in now to bowl. He's driving, but there's a man deep on the extra cover boundary. They'll only get a single. Carmichael moves in once more to bowl to Ward. He's pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. Flatter, faster delivery. So here he goes. Bowls. He's driving back up the strip. Yeah. Well, that's Louis actually driving powerfully back up the strip. Well stopped by the bowler. Moves in once more to bowl to Louis. Loops it. He's on driving. Got right over that one nicely. Plays it down to the man on the wide long on boundary. One more to the total. Carmichael now moves into full toss. That might be a no ball as well. Well stopped there by. Let's see what the umpire will signal. Is there a signal? There's no signal, but it was pretty high. So here he goes. Ball. He's driving past the bowler, and they'll get an easy single. So rotating the strike nicely, the two Kittishan batsmen. Bonaji will continue his battle with Louis. Both again, that one is keeping low. He's back on the back foot, but he's keeping his eyes on it and keeping it out. So Amrit is moving once more to bowl two. He's going high, hard, and handsome. Gone overhead. He really latched onto that one and hit it right out of the grounds for 6. So Amri up in his half, and on that occasion he went big. We understand that Mikyle Louis is on 49. Remember, he would have made 2 consecutive centuries already. Amri bowls. He's solidly, quietly forward. Plays it into the offside, can't score. Good comeback here by Amri. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis driving. He certainly wasn't in control on that occasion. Tugging it into the onside. Naji Amri moves in once more. Flatter. Kept out well again by Louis. Flat and fast. Keeping a bit low. Keeping his eyes on it. So Amri once more moves in now to bowl to low. Too short, turned away again, but well fielded. Can't get that single to get to the 50. Poorly lined on that occasion, ends the over. Jaden Carmichael continues, bowls. He's on the back foot, punches it hard, but well stopped, easily stopped too by Thayon Busso. So Carmichael moves in now to bowl to Ward. Loops it. He's driving uppishly, but down towards the man on the deep extra cover boundary. Only a single. Carmichael moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis on the back foot, plays it again uppishly, but well away from, and that's his half century. So Mikyle Louis gets another significant landmark. Raises his bat to his teammates on the pavilion. So 2 centuries and a half century. Reminiscent of that fruitful year he had at the regional level. So here goes Ward reaching nicely to that, stroking it down towards the man at wide long on. One more to the total. This partnership, a worrying partnership for the Nevis team. Carmichael moves in now to bowl. Beautifully bowled. Reaching for it. Comes quietly forward. Louis. He's a tall man. Theron Busso is warming up. That's significant. More left arm leg spin. He's on driving powerfully on this occasion. Almost stylishly as well. Gets into the pitch and he's in it down towards wide long on. Ends the over. Nicely driven. Got a hand to it but can't stop the single. One more to the total. Amritis moves in now to bowl to Ward. Flat and fast. And they're thinking of the single more than that. They've gone through for it quite easily in the end. Amri moves in once more to bowl to Louis. Louis is driving smoothly down towards the man at long off. Gets an artable. Another easy single.
Yeah. According to the.
Huh?
Yeah.
You've been in up by earlier training, man.
Yeah, because who else is your coach? You can encourage these guys because nobody want to be coaching. And I tell the Cricket Association one of the things that
Amri now moves in now to bowl to Ward. He's dabbing that one nicely. There's no slip in place. They're going to get at least 2, maybe even 3. They definitely going to get 3. The fielder slowing up badly and not showing any urgency on that occasion to prevent the third run. So 3 runs easily acquired in the end.
he's batting kind of good.
So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He comes solidly forward. Keeps it out well. Amrites
You got a number
moves
4?
in once more to bowl. Shot and turned away into the onside, but there's a man at short backward of square. Can't score. Ends the over. So here's Busso into the attack. Loops it. Batsman cautiously forward is Terence Ward, having a look at the new bowler. Left arm leg spin as well, Terence Busso, but he is taller than Jaden Carmichael, coming from a height. So here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's coming solidly forward. So here goes Busso bowls flatter. He's punching that one, missing there. It looks like Ross Powell diving across, not pulling it in, and they get a single. So here goes now, Busso bowls. He's swinging and just away from the man at short mid wicket, and he races after it, and it has gone across the ropes now for 4.
He tired.
He just swung wildly at that time. He was thinking about the big heave. Didn't latch on to it at all. It was in the air, just away from the man at mid wicket. Here's Busso, moves in now to bowl. This time he comes solidly forward. So 2 tall men facing off. Here he goes, moves in now to he's swinging into that. He has gone big, and it has gone the distance. That's what he was thinking about the first time. Swinging big into that and going way, maybe out of the park, gone out of the ground actually, for 6. And we will continue now to Ward. Here he goes, bowls. Boys dabbing at that, and they're off and running for another single. Amrites moves in once more to bowl 2. This time Mikyle Louis turns it into the onside. The man at backward of square fields easily. St. Kitts team going along nicely here. This partnership really has the Nevis team a little bit on the back foot. As Amri bowls short again, but keeping a bit low. Well stopped by Busso. Well played also by Louis, keeping his eyes on the ball. Amri moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis, for one moment, it looked as if he was winding up for the big heave once more. and then decided to just play it along the turf, back up the strip on the onside. The bowler fielded well to his own bowling. Amri moves in, well, not quite ready. So here goes once more, moves in now to bowl. He's dabbing this one, and they'll get two quite easily. It was flat and fast, and he just played a unique type shot, just really just putting the bat, resting the bat down on the ball, not really dabbing it, just resting the bat on the ball, picking up two. So Amri moves in once more. Bowls, this time is a little bat and pad, I believe. That ends another over. Brilliant fielding here by Ross Powell.
Great feeling. That's that? Yeah, so that's okay. You plan to test this year by argument by the man.
So brilliant work by Ross Powell on that occasion. Boso bowls flat and short again. Away from Ross Powell on this occasion. Down to the sweeper on the boundary. That looks like Sharma. So here goes now. Bowls flat and he's swinging in the air, dropping short. It was a short delivery and poorly handled that time. And he hit it way in the air, but well short of the man at long off. I think he was trying to hit it into Stacia. So here goes once more. Boso bowls on the back foot, pushes it into the offside. Tuckett has a shy, backed up, and one more to the total. Flat and fast, turned into the onside, and down to deep. Well, the wide long on position gets another easy single. Here goes, bowls, and this time he's a little bit dubious, but keeps it out, back up the strip to the bowler. Here's bowls, he comes quietly forward, off and running, can't prevent the single. Thinking of the single, but that one is not on. Quietly forward there was Ward. Amri moves in once more. Bowls to Ward. Ward is driving nicely down towards long off. One more to the total. Amri moves in now to bowl to Louis, driving off the edge, but there is no slip. It was in the air, and the fielder racing after it, can't pull it in. It's gone for 4, but it was a loose shot. I think he was going for the big heave once more. Peeled off the outer edge. Nobody had slipped and gone for 4. So it's going to be Onaje Amri to move in once more to bowl to Louis. Here he goes, bowls to Louis. Louis turning it into the onside. Immediately says no. Ross Powell feels it. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving smoothly. Back up the strip on the offside. Mid off. Keswanati ball gets in. And thinking of the extra run. Direct hit by Keswanati ball. Time. Here he goes. Onaje Amri flat and fast, and he just manages to squeeze it out once more. Flat and fast, directed on stumps. Terence Ward keeps it out. Teron Boso will continue. Last over, he was deposited out of the ground by this man, Mikyle Louis. Bowls, he's on the back foot, squeezes it back up the strip to the bowler. Boso it is, moving in once more to bowl, punching it into the offside, away from Tuckett. They get an easy single, one more to the total. Runs coming at a regular pace. He goes, bowls, he's driving back up the strip to the bowler, well past the bowler, down to long off, gets a single. So here's Busso once more. Moves in now flat and fast. He's punching it nicely. The man deep on the boundary is racing across. Can he pull it in? Can't. He goes for 4. Well played on that occasion and punched hard by Mikyle Louis. Certainly looks good for another 100. He would have made 200s consecutively. This looks like a third on the tins after getting a chance. Dropped by the keeper. So here goes Bowles now. Flat and turning. And they'll get an easy single. Here goes once more. Bowles, he's punching it. Gets a hand on it, Busso, but can't prevent the single. One more to the total. 145. 27 overs gone. St. Kitts very well placed here. So Archibald back into the attack. Moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis standing up straight. Just pushes it quietly into the offside. Archibald, number 24 on his back, steams in once more to bowl to Mikyle Louis. Comes solidly forward, calls for the single, playing with soft hands. One more to the total. Kesron Archibald trying to make something happen here. Nothing happening for a while now for the Nevis team as he races in now to bowl to Ward. Ward gets a bouncer. Definitely changing the plan on that occasion, but he handled it pretty well. Pulls it backward of square for a single. Archibald turns. Nice flowing movements. Moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis on driving. Gets it to the man at short mid wicket. That looks like Ross Powell can't score. Archibald races in once more. Louis getting a good delivery. Pushes it straight up to the man at mid on. Acadiento Willett has a shot. The stumps misses. Single safely taken. Mikyle Louis now will settle. Busso bowls flat and short, too short, and actually turning further away. Punches it, doesn't really latch onto it, can't score. Busso moves in once more. Solidly forward, thinking of the single. Ward says no. So these two would have played together on the same team in the Nevis Leagues for highlights. Busso would have been his captain as he bowls now to him, turns it into the onside, away down to the man on the wide long on boundary comes across to pull it in. One more to the total. So Busso would have been Mikyle Louis' captain for highlights. He would have played some great innings for highlights as well, Mikyle Louis. He's punching another wideish delivery. Ross Powell comes in to pull it in. Can't score. Just a reminder that we are very close to the airport. Pass the man at mid wicket. Another easy single. Ends yet another over. Kesron Archibald resumes his battle now with Ward. That time he gets one down the leg side, flicks at it, white signal by the umpire. Archibald, number 24 on his back, steams in once more to bowl to Ward. Ward is driving, thinking of the single. Busso is quick. Kesron Archibald it is. Or Colin Archibald, you choose. Races in once more to bowl to Ward, turns it away. Down towards the man on the long leg boundary, gets an easy single. Archibald races in now to bowl to Ward. Ward is driving smoothly. That's a lovely shot. Backward of point for 4. A nice little bend of the knee. It was in his half and he just stroked it beautifully for 4. Well, that actually was Mikyle Louis. A lovely shot it was.
Wow, give me when you come back, you get your money, you straight.
He goes
No,
now.
if you can't let
Moves
your
in
pass,
now
let me
to
tell him the truth.
bowl to Louis. Louis driving again. Beats the man. And Carlin Bowen took it.
Oh,
Misfields
typical guy.
badly. But Tijari Clark does the cleanup work. And they get two.
But you remember in a cowboy. So
Mikyle Louis looks well set to bring up his third consecutive 100
87.
in this tournament. He's on 87.
What a shot.
Dabs this one nicely down towards the man on the deep point boundary. Picks up another single. Moves up to 88. Archibald races in now to bowl. Solidly forward is Wad. Can't score.
Backward.
And pulled away.
The park, oh. The park, boy. You shoot just in front of
Gone for 6. Short ball from Busu. And so he goes into the 90s. He's on 94. Just one hit away from a third consecutive 100. For this kind of talent, you'll just hope that he has made all his runs, and then when he gets into the regional tournament, no more runs to be made. So let's hope he continues this kind of form. Mikyle Louis, one hit away from a third consecutive 100. Another short delivery, punch down towards wide long on, gets one more. Here he goes, ball shot again, tugged into the outside. There's nobody home. Gone to mid wicket for 4. Yeah, it's too short from Busu. Pulled away for 4 by Terence Ward. Busu once more bowls. He comes solidly, quietly forward. Better delivery. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's punching another short ball into the outside and picks up an easy single. Here he goes, bowls, turns it into the onside, another easy single.
That's why 91. 6.
Yeah. Earlier, the Nevis team, they were bubbling in the field. Their heads a little bit drooping right now. Need some motivation. Thinking of the single, but it's not on. Archibald races in now to bowl. Turned again into the onside. Picks out Ross Powell. Stops it easily. Can't score. So here's Archibald racing in now to bowl to Louis. Turns it again. He finds Ross Powell. Can't score. Archibald races in once more. Bowls to Louis. Turns it a bit uppishly, but falling well short of short mid on. Willett single is on. Here he goes now. Archibald races in now to bowl. Archibald screaming his appeal, but pitched outside leg stump from this distance. Here he goes, races in once more, bowls quietly forward. Carmichael, short, punched into the offside. Bowlers have been a little bit too short. So Mikyle Louis can bring up his third consecutive 100 in this over. No extra pressure being applied to him. As he moves in now to bowl, he's on the back foot, plays it past the bowler, walks through for a single, taking their time. So much in control here. So here goes Carmichael. Moves in now, off target, and it goes past the keeper. Sharma chases after it, and they get 2 quite easily. So here goes, moves in once more, Carmichael. Full pitch delivery, goes past the bowler. So here goes once more, bowls. He's reaching for that. Studgely plays it out, can't score. So apparently he's on 98 is Mikyle Louis. Settles over his bat as Carmichael bowls. He reaches to that, drives it back up the strip to the bowler. Carlon Bowen Tuckett congratulates Jaden Carmichael on that delivery. He's lurking at short mid-wicket now. Here goes. He's swinging, trying to go Coach Corner, trying to finish with a 6, and just fortunately got a bit of an in edge on that. Almost gave it away there, Mikyle Louis. So I think Willett probably would have been the best bowler on show for the morning. He's back into the attack. He would have picked up the 2 wickets so far.
Oh. He pick up the 2 wickets? Why does the player bring him back then?
So here's Willett.
Young man, he may just give him 2 hours.
Races in now to bowl. Back of the length. Batsman quietly pushes it into the onside. Willett it is. Steams in once more. To bowl. He's tugging this one. Here's Bowen Tuckett. Missed. It might have been run out there. Might have been run out had it been a direct hit. So it's going to be with it once more. Steams in now to bowl. Louis, that's his 100, I believe, if it goes away to the boundary. Coming back for the second. And the applause goes up. 3rd consecutive 100 for Mikyle Louis. Tremendous batting in this tournament so far. 3 consecutive 100s. So here goes now. Moves in out to bowl 2. He hits it in the air and away towards the boundary. And it goes across the rope. Now, deliberately played. Away over mid-wicket for 4. You get the impression that he's going to up the tempo now. He has already secured the 100. They have several more overs to go. And I think he's going to try to go big now. Goes again, uppishly. Backward of square. They hustle back for the second. 2 more to the total. So there goes once more bowl. Turned away again. Line poor by Willett. Suddenly bowling too much leg side. 1 more to the total. Carmichael back into the attack. Driven past the bowler. Here's Carmichael moving in once more. To bowl to Ward. Turns it into the onside. They're off and running. Easy single. So Terence Ward has gotten to his half century. This is a good partnership between these two. He's going in the air. And it lands between 2 fielders. It was another wild swing by Mikyle Louis. The ball turned and it was in the air for a long time. Dropping between 2 fielders. Somebody's telling him not to give away his innings. He certainly almost did. Solidly forward is Terence Ward. Settles over his bat once more. Jaden Carmichael moves in now to bowl flat and fast. Batsman negotiates well fielded by the bowler. Certainly picked that one. It was on the back foot, well in control. Carmichael will move in once more to bowl to Ward. Moves in now to bowl, loops it up, he comes solidly forward. Bosso comes across, picks it up and run. Ends another over. Onaje Amri has been brought back into the attack, and you get the impression that Louis will be going after him. He drives nicely, but there's a man deep on the extra cover boundary. That's Tijari Clark, single. So Amri will be bowling toward now. Batsmen have turned over the strike nicely. The one chance that was given, basically driving nicely, well pulled in, and he got back. That's brilliant work there by Bosso. It would take something like that to break this partnership. So here goes once more, moves in now to bowl, comes solidly forward. Bosso takes two big strides in and pulls it in quickly. Somebody else would have had to take about 10 strides. He took two. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's driving. Bosso again. The triangle continues. Amri, Ward, Bosso. So here goes Amri in now to bowl. He's punching at that. Stumps it into the turf. Can't score. Amri will move in once more to bowl to Ward. Loops it. Now he's driving powerfully, but the man on the deep extra cover boundary feels it, and only a single. Carmichael bowls. He's down the track. I don't know if the catch is taken. No, it has gone for 4. But I think he has just finally brought up his half century based on the applause then. So, but he was down the track, and the man was diving forward over there at long off, and didn't pull it in. Carmichael removing once more to bowl to Ward. He's on driving, whipping it nicely. Good wrist work on that occasion. Deep square leg comes across, one more to the total. So it's going to be Carmichael, was had for the Trinbago Night Riders. Now to bowl to Louis. Louis is jabbing down at that while attempting to misses. But the chance he got was side block across. He goes, moves in now. He's across his stumps and gone out of the grounds. Definite away movement across his stumps and swinging big. 6 more. Carmichael flat and fast, kept out well by Louis. That last 6, you could see that he was going across his stumps early. Cutting that one away, knocked over, but it's going away backward of point. Should get at least 3 here. Well, they have settled for 2.
Ain't got nobody on this field here could hit the ball as good as this man here, if he want to. Oh, okay.
On Amri bowls, he's on driving nicely, and just a single.
I said the same thing.
Amri in now to bowl to Louis. Louis solidly forward, pushes it into the outside. Here he goes, moves in now. He's going in the air. Is anybody going to get there? No. As a matter of fact, it clears the rope. It's gone for 6. Clears the rope, gone for 6. Here he goes, Amri bowls. This time he's on driving. Finds Captain Tuckett in the way, can't score. Amri moves in once more to bowl. He's driving down towards the man at long on. Gets a single. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's tugging this one. The man at mid-wicket dives across. Does well, does Sharma. Brilliant effort there. And they get 2. Right over the stumps as well. Tremendous work by Sharma.
So everything a money. So me ask you, you say money,
Dabs
so
it
that's
away.
everything a money.
Can't score.
We have to the cricket to play.
So here he
What you
goes.
say?
Moves in now. He has a swing at that. Beaten. Goes through the keeper.
Just even if you do wrong, even if you wrong,
And I think that would be 2 buys.
The whole one the tournament. You are a team are prepared to go next month. Your players will be better prepared going into a camp to come.
He goes, moves in now to goal to Louis, smashing this one into the offside. Sharma relaxes, picks it up.
Last week.
I don't agree.
Here he goes, balls. He's going across his stump. He's struck, but well outside the off stump.
I expect you to agree.
I don't agree.
Wednesday. No, hush your mouth.
So here he goes, moves in once more, balls, punches it past the bowler. They'll get an easy single.
What's the purpose?
It is.
So Jaden Carmichael moves in, bowls solidly, quietly forward, thinking of the single. It's not on.
Maybe a day.
And reaches, moves in now to bowl to Ward. Ward goes big, and he's gone for 6. Terrence Ward heaves it for 6.
Right? Too many times with us.
So here he goes, moves in once more to bowl to Ward. Ward turns it into the onside. They offer us an easy single. Here goes, moves in now to bowl to Louis. Louis goes big, and I think it has gone the distance again. Oh, both men were calling for it. I think Colin Archibald said me, and dropped between them both and went for 4. So Mikyle Louis now, he has already gotten his 100, so I think he's just going to swing big a lot more. Turns it into the onside, goes down to the man long on, Acadian to Willett, 1 more to the total. It's going to be Amri once more, moves in now to bowl to Ward, plays it up to Tuckett, can't score. Here goes, bowls solidly forward, plays it into the offside, can't score. Bosa back into the attack. Goes across his stumps again and swings it away for 6. So whenever he's going for that big shot, he makes a couple of strides across his off stump, ending up outside his off stump and swings. He has done that a couple of times. Another 6 to Louis. Bosa once more. Flat and fast. Pushes back up the strip to the bowler. Nevis bowlers seem to have run out of ideas here. Louis settles. Moves in now. Bosa bowls on the back foot. Pushes past the bowler. Down towards long off. Gets an easy single. Short, and he's tugging this one just over the head of Cardon Tuckett. Savagely tugged into the onside for 4. Short delivery once more. Pulled away for 4. Nevis beat St. Kitts in a warm-up match, but this certainly is a different kettle of fish here. Bosso moves in now. He's swinging. That's a tremendous shot. That's gone far. That's gone to Sabre. Huge hit by Terrence Ward. Gone for 6. So these 2 men have certainly, for the moment, taken the game away from Nevis. Nevis will have to bat very deep, positively too. The bowling figures, not really anything you'll want to write home about. I've learned that Terran Bosso has bowled 6 overs for 56 runs. Onaja Amri 10 for 50. Sharma is back into the attack. Flicks it away off line and flicked away fine. It might go all the way for 4. I think it has gone for 4. Poorly lined. First ball up. Well, there's no signal, so apparently he stopped inside the boundary. So 2 more to the total. Poorly lined on that occasion. Nevis team looking for some kind of inspiration here. Ball shot and tugged away. Brilliant effort that. But I think it has gone for 6 in the end. Leaped in the air, got a hand to it, and it went over the boundary for 6. What a great effort from Shelton Fabs, but eventually going over the boundary for 6. Sharma moves in once more, too short again, he swings into it again. He's going after everything now. Well, both batsmen deciding to go after everything. Mikyle Louis, you notice he has a style of going across his off stump on occasions. Once he goes across his off stump, he's swinging to leg. So just watch the foot movement. If you see him move across his stumps, that's the shot. Let's see what he does here. This time he stays still. He goes high, hard, handsome. Going for another 6. 6s coming fast and furious here at the Connery grounds. Sharma being roughly treated in this over. Can he make a good comeback here? He's going to go after him again. No, he just pushes it quietly into the onside. Can't score. Ends the over. My goodness, Keswan Archibald has been deposited out of the park for 6. Tremendous heave by Terence Ward. Dropping short and tugged over mid-wicket for 6. Let's see what the response by Archibald will be. Beaten outside the off stump. Well taken by the... No, didn't collect it cleanly at all. Here goes Archibald, moves in out to bowl. He's driving that one nicely. Scraped the wicket on the offside. Well knocked down, a little stumbling, but they'll get 2 quite easily.
So my question to you, what is your new post?
Me?
Here goes, Bowes, wide of the mark, signaled by the umpire. Archibald trying to stay wide on the offside. Does it again, but well played again. But the man on the deep backward of point boundary, Akadiento with it, pulls it in. 1 more to the total. Mikyle Louis has been off strike for a bit. Back on strike now. Archibald races in now to bowl to Louis. Louis tries the same shot, trying to slice it backward of point. Misses this one. So these two have had a very fruitful partnership. Louis is on 140 plus and Ward is on 90 plus. These two came together almost like last year. Seemed a long time ago. Archibald steams in once more to bowl to Ward. Sorry, to Louis. Louis drives nicely into the offside. They're going to settle for 1. Theron Boso has been placed deliberately on the long on boundary. They need a tall man down there. 6s are plenty, but it's going to be Akadian to will it now. Back into the attack. Moves in now to bowl. Louis. Louis goes down the ground. Is gone for 6. He just took 1 big stride. It was in his half. Hit for 6. And interestingly, the 150 is up for Mikyle Louis, and interestingly, Tonito Willett is on the grounds and trying to try to pick him up in a bit, trying to tell his son not that kind of ball. That's Tonito Willett there, observing the game. Maybe they need to get him on the field. Willett bowls now. Target. Nicely stopped by the man at backward of square. But again, badly lined, I thought, on that occasion. Surprisingly, Tijari Clark has not yet been given the ball. He bowls a pretty good medium pace as well. Even Captain Carlon Bowen Tuckett bowls a mean left arm leg spin since he's in the outfield. Nevis would need to just be innovative here. Slow ball, picked nicely. Driven down to deep mid wicket, gets an easy single. So one more to the total. Acadian to Willett. Steams in once more. Undriven nicely there by Terence Ward. One more to the total. Nevis team trying to find their voice once more. Carlon Bowen Tuckett trying to get his team organized here. Here goes. Low ball again. Plays it uppishly. There's no shot mid wicket, so they'll get a single once more. Willett trying to mix up his deliveries here. Ball shot. This time goes for the snorter. Wide signal by the umpire. He's pretty upset with that call. Umpire signal wide. Willett it is. Steams in once more to bowl to Ward. Ward is turning a slow bounce on that occasion. Willett is after it quickly. This could be interesting, but the batsmen are quick. Direct hit. The umpire was watching closely. Not interested. His captain Busu is back into the attack. And I think we're going to see that shot from Mikyle Louis. He's going to go across his off stump and he's going to swing big towards mid-wicket. Wants to see that big movement across his off stump. Let's see. It's almost premeditated when he does it. Let's see if we see that movement. No, not on that occasion. He gets it a wild swing and it's going to run pretty close to the boundary. Well, it is quick. They get two. Came off the edge of the bat through the vacant slip. Two more to the total. So on that occasion, he didn't go across his stump. He just stood and swung, baseball style. I think he's going to do that now. Not quite ready. Lots of chatter on the field. Settles over his bat once more. He swings without going across his stump. Spun right across him. And when he misses, it looks terrible. Right away, Carlon Bowen Tuckett making some adjustment now. He has gone to mid-off. No. He has gone to extra cover. Deepish. Flat is going inside out. And might have gone the distance. No, chopped inside 4. Busu will move in once more. He has gone across his stump ward. He was thinking probably of a similar shot, but he smashed it down towards long off. He'll only get a single, but he definitely was batting about off stump on that occasion. You get the impression as if the Nevis bowlers have run out of ideas here. These two batsmen have totally dominated in this partnership. He's having a wild swing at that once more. He didn't really go across his off stump once more, so he's missing out a fundamental part of his game that has been successful. He's just standing straight and swinging. Let's see if he goes across now. No, he swings again into this one. Down towards the man at the wide long arm position. Will get a single. Again, standing still and swinging. Sharma had a rough last over. He's back into the attack. Will be bowling to Louis. Will be going after him. No, maybe about it. Let's see what happens here. Swings it into the onside. Deep on the mid-wicket boundary is Busu. Good, strong return. So Sharma will move in once more to bowl this time to Terence Ward. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Ward. Turns it into the onside. Easy single once more. Here he goes. Moves it now. He hits it down the ground. Brilliant work there by Tony Akadianto Willett. Brilliant work. Realizing that he was going over the rope and balanced and kept it in. It was struck hard. He goes once more, moves it now to bowl. He pushes it into the offside. Coming across his tucket. One more to the total. So here goes Sharma to bowl to Louis. He's swinging into that once more. Picks out Busso on the deep mid wicket boundary. No timing really on that one. Maybe a tired shot. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl on drives. They're thinking two. Return is a bit slow. Playing with soft hands, getting two. So Busso will continue from the far end and he'll be bowling to Mikyle Louis. Settles over his back now. I think he's going to swing big again. Busso moves in now to bowl. He's down the track. That's interesting. I haven't seen him make a lot of movements down the track, but he has cleared the wall at the far end. Came down the track and swung hard. Cleared mid off. Normally he stays and uses his reach. This time he danced down the track. Heaved it over long off for another 6. Busso into bowl. Shot. He's hitting it in the air. Somebody. Anybody. Well, Carlton Pluck takes the catch. And Mikyle Louis finally comes. He tried to heave it over the offside. It was flat and fast. And it bounced on him. And it went high in the air. And Pluck came across and pulled it in with both gloves. So finally goes Mikyle Louis. Gets a bit of a standing ovation from his teammates as they applaud him in his 3rd consecutive century in the tournament. To a man, they applaud him in. Punching it into the offside gently. And they come back for the second run. Pass again. So Pennyfeather starting off in emphatic fashion. It was dragged down again by Busso and it tugged it savagely through mid. Busso once more moves in now to bowl. This time he goes further up, floated, spun away from him and comprehensively beaten there. Pennyfeather as he had a swing at that. So Pennyfeather will settle. Moves in now to bowl. This time he comes quietly forward. They're off and running. Easy single acquired. And no ball has been signaled by the umpire. It's a free hit. Apparently he overstepped. You don't do that. Shorty swings it away. And apparently that's his 100. Terence Rowe Award raises his helmet and his team stands to him. He has completed his 100 as well. Well, Willett will continue. Races in now 2. Penny Feather. He's swinging it in the air, dropping short of Clark. I think Willis is going to bowl the slow ball. Has a very deceptive slow ball. Just like Tonito Willett, his dad. No, that's a shorter ball. Slam down to long on. One more to the total. Willett races in once more to bowl. This time to Ward. Turns it away nicely. Diving away. Can't pull it in. Let's see if it has gone the distance. No. The pickup took quite easily. Willett races in now. This time to bowl to Ward. Turns it into the onside. They might be thinking two. Just the way they're moving, they're thinking two. And they get it quite easily because Sharma overran the ball in the end. So Willett will bowl now to Penny Feather. Moves in now to bowl to Penny Feather. Penny Feather is having a swing at that. Pluck doesn't stop it cleanly. That will be a bye. One more to the total. Willett races in now to bowl. Again, we're not seeing the slow ball. Punched into the outside. Get one more. Ends the over. Keswan Archibald will move in now to bowl to Terence Ward. Here he goes, bowls to Ward, goes for the Yorker, wide-ish Yorker, wide of the off stump, and allowed by the umpire, through to the keeper. Archibald races in now to bowl to Ward, and he drives that powerfully down the ground. Fielder comes across only to retrieve a super straight drive, as straight as an arrow, down the ground, and gone for four. Ward has batted superbly so far. It's going to be Archibald racing in now to bowl to Ward. Gets it wide, but he goes after it, and it peels off the outer edge of the bat, goes down to backward a point. One more to the total. So Archibald adopting a deliberate ploy of bowling foolish and wide of the off stump. Ward trying to counter that with the extending of the bat and the flashing blade. Let's see if he goes across. No, he stands straight. Hits it down towards the back of the point on the boundary. That probably was Penny Feather. One more to the total. Archibald steams in once more to bowl. He goes across his stumps and he swings. Keeper doesn't do well. Good cover there by Tijari Clark. Seems as if Ross Powell is not happy with the wicket keeping of Carlton Pluck. Seems as if there was a little exchange between the two. Settled over his bat now. Here he goes, races in now to bowl. Again, this might be wide. No, not wide enough, but wide of the batsman. He looks up at the umpire. The umpire is not impressed. Now, if somebody's bowling successfully within the line but wide, how do you counter that as a batsman? Let's see if he'll move across now. Penny Feather it is. Archibald thinking. Trying to figure out where to land this one now. Let's see what the batsman does. He has a swing at that, misses. Through to the keeper. Willett, who has 2 of the 3 wickets so far, will continue from the media centre end. Races in now to bowl. Bowled him. Make that free. So that's the 3rd wicket for Willett. And that looks like Terence Ward finally going and being congratulated there by some of the Nevis players. So Ward, I think, will also get a standing ovation as he goes back. The captain of the St. Kitts team. Clean bowl by Akadiento Willett, picking up his third wicket. So Terence Ward walks back, and they warm to him now. Not quite the standing ovation, but at least he gets recognition for an innings well played. Jeremiah Louis replaces him, the brother of Mikyle Louis. So Akadiento Willett has been the outstanding bowler for the day. I don't know if that was a slower ball, but it certainly had the batsman swinging too early and bold. Willett races in now to bowl to Louis. He's immediately off the mark, turning it into the onside. He's a single. Willett from the media centre end races in now to bowl to Penny Feather. Penny Feather is Willett races in now to bowl. Plays it with soft hands into the offside and pick up an easy single. Nevis team looks a little flat. Has been a bit of a battering from the St. Kitts batsman. So moves in now to bowl. He's pushing it into the offside. Jeremiah Louis, a slow ball. He eventually picked it. Looks as if he was looking for the big heave and then realized the ball wasn't there, and then just waited and pushed it out quietly into the offside for a single. Willett races in now to bowl. I think that was another slow ball. Just pushed it quietly back up the strip. We understand that this is the final delivery, so you'd expect that the batsman would go charging after him. Willett will have to outthink him. Will he bowl the bouncer? Will he bowl the Yorker, fast Yorker, or the slow ball? Goes for a faster delivery. They want to run two, but they've settled for one, and I think that effectively ends the innings. St. Kitts would have batted well. Akadiento Willett would have been the best bowler with his 3 wickets. Congratulated by his captain. We're not sure how much longer we'll stay around, but they have a break, and then hopefully we can get a couple of overs. I'm not sure. So Nevis is a little bit behind the 8 ball right now. They have to be really positive. They're chasing a mammoth target of over 330 runs. Mikyle Louis got a big 100, and Terence Ward also got a nicely played 100 as well. So a target of over 300. Ross Powell takes strike from Keon Harding. Here he goes, first delivery up. He's swinging at that. That has to be a wide signaled. So Ross Powell will settle once more. Harding races in now to bowl to Powell. Again another wide. Powell is swinging at that again, missing again. Ross Powell will settle. Harding races in now to bowl to Powell. Gets a full toss. He's driving. Finds the man at mid-off. Fields well enough to prevent the single. Can't score. The left-handed Ross Powell, who has played for the Leewards creditably over the years, settles over his bat once more. Harding moves into bowl. This time he comes solidly in line and calls Pluck through for the single. Quick single taken. Pluck, an exciting under 19 player, settles over his bat. This time he's solid, quietly pushing it into the offside, and they're off and running as well. He looked up at Ross Powell, who nodded and rushed through for the single. Harding Harden races in now to bowl to Powell. Powell is swinging and missing once more. That's the third time. Went for the short ball once more. Down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. Here goes Harden into bowl to Powell. Short again. He pulls this one away, but there's a man on the backward of square boundary, and they'll only get a single. So Pluck back into strike. Harden has bowled about 3 wides in the over so far. Races in now to bowl to Pluck. Bowl short again. He's cutting that one. Is that a dropped catch? Well, I'm not sure if he went straight to him in the ear. That was well, the ball bounced, but he was cutting it hard, so it was well stopped. So Pluck, a stroke player, has a lot of shots, but sometimes maybe picking the wrong balls for the wrong shots sometimes. Here he goes. This time he's pulling and not timing it. Again, digging it short was Harden. Doesn't really time it, Pluck. That ends over number 1. So into the attack now is Sheena Berridge. He too has represented the Leeward Islands successfully. Has had his stints of glory, moments of glory. It's going to be Sheena Berridge, number 11 on his back. Races in now. He'll be bowling to Ross Powell. Goes down the ground. Love the shot. Down the ground for 4. He was in his half, and he decided to hit it powerfully down the ground for 4. In order to get to 330 plus, Nevis has to be positive from the outset. So Sheena races in now to bowl to Powell. Edges it nicely to the vacancy position. Moving across, going for 4. Third man can't pull it in. So 2 consecutive boundaries here for Ross Powell. Can we get 3 on the trot? Races in now to bowl to Powell. Powell is flashing it. Caught. Cutting at that one was Powell. Didn't keep it down. And he's gone. Caught at point, backward of point. Well caught too. And Ross Powell goes back. At the crease now is the captain, Carlon Bowen Tuckett. A lot depends on him. Has to use his experience gained at the West Indies Academy to get Nevis out of this one. He's driving. They're thinking of the single. But he gets back. Does Pluck. Pluck was almost overcommitting himself there. Right away, Tuckett calls him down. Has a quick word with him. Went for the York on that occasion, Berridge. Kept out by Tuckett. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl to Tuckett. Off target, goes wide of the keeper as well, and it goes for 1. So that's 2 wides. Berridge races in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck is driving back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score. So the catch was taken by Young Joe. And here goes Berridge. Steams in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck is comprehensively beaten. They're appealing. The umpire is unimpressed. Almost cut him in half that time. I think he was beaten for pace. He looked a little late on the shot. And the umpire was unimpressed. So that ends the over. So Carlon Bowen Tuckett will take strike now. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Tuckett is cutting at this one, slams it into the turf, doesn't time it well. Can't score. Tuckett settles once more. The West Indies Academy wicketkeeper batsman. As here he goes, races in now to go to Tuckett. Tuckett swings it away, backward up square for 4. Lovely shot, jumping short, and he pivoted and swung it away backward up square for 4. Right away, Captain Terence Ward has made an adjustment to the field. Man has gone on the deep backward of square boundary. Tuckett will settle once more. As he races in now to bowl. Slower ball, wide of the mark. It might get to the boundary. The man is chasing after it. He might just pull it in. He does. So the umpire will duly signal wide. 2 more to the total. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl, this time to Pluck. Pluck is flicking at one down the leg side, another wide. So he bowled a couple of wides to the left-hander, and now he's bowling a wide to the right-hander, so not getting his lines right at all. Generating fair pace, but his accuracy somewhat lacking at the moment. Prepares now to move into bowl to Carlton Pluck. Here he goes, races in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck is flashing and slamming it into the turf. His bat was well away from his body on that occasion. So Pluck will settle once more. He's racing in from the far end. Into bowl to Pluck. Pluck is driving, finds the gap. That's a lovely shot. It's racing away towards the boundary. Will it get there? Somebody's calling for free, so they've pulled it in and they've gone back for free. But it was a lovely shot by Pluck. Here he goes, moving in now. He's getting a Yorker length delivery, turns it into the onside. Tuckett gets 1 more to the total. So Pluck back into strike. Bowler working up fair pace, but maybe a little off target. Here he goes, bowls short of a length, but stretching nicely towards that one. Is Pluck confidently pushes it into the onside, can't score, ends the over.
Eh?
No school.
On a school up
Moves
in
in
there.
now to bowl. Quietly forward. He stuck it. Yeah, they had it. So that cover drive played by Carlton Pluck. It was really lovely to watch. Easy on the eyes, I could tell you. So it's Penny Feather, who was struck for 6 in his last over by Pluck. Moves in once more. He's punching it and putting his knee in the way there. That would have hit him hard. Jeremiah Louis. Let's see if he's rubbing. Seems to be okay, but his knee got in the way of that, and it was struck hard. So
Ball was going too fast, he had him get up.
one more to the total.
Put the body there. The ball too much bad balls, man.
Short ball from Penny Feather. We missed it while we were changing cards. Tuckett pulled him savagely through mid wicket for 4. Here he goes, moves in out. Ball Tuckett is driving down towards long off, or mid off, and they get another single. Easy single. Both batsmen looking as if they're ready for this fray. So 50 under 10s already. So it's going to be Penny Feather to bowl now to, looks like Pluck. So Pluck settles over his bat. Now he makes the bowler wait. The bowler made him wait. Now he has made the bowler wait. Let's see, races in now. Pluck now pulls out of the shot. And Penny Feather has a word with him. Bowlers don't like that. And for those of you who are older, you'll remember the exchange at the then Grove Park between Ed Atherton and Andy Roberts. Ed Atherton did Andy Roberts that a couple of times. Made him run all the way in and then pulled out of the shot. Andy Roberts wasn't a happy man. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Penny Feather. He's banging it and dropped. He was leaping in the air, was Jeremiah Louis. Got his hands to it, but just couldn't hold on when he was coming down. But he was, I think that little exchange between the bowler and the batsman, I think the intention was, I'm just going to slam you away. And he went on the front foot for a short pitch delivery, hit it hard, but he was in the air. And Jeremiah Louis was leaping. Got a hand to it, coming down, he just couldn't hold it in. Interesting to see the former under 19 West Indies player carrying water today. Can't Pemberton. Tuck back in strike. Sheena Bird bowls. He's driving, well stopped by the bowler. That was nicely driven by Tuckett. Bowler got his hand down to it. Settles once more. Sheena Berridge races in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is on driving for the single. And he's home. But even though if that was a direct hit, he would have been home. He was running on the shot. So here goes now. Sheena Berridge will bowl now to Pluck. Races in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck is pulling, but he doesn't time it as he would have liked. Hits it to square leg, can't score. Here goes once more. Berridge races in now to bowl. Pluck is guiding it into the offside. Beats the man at point and goes down and the deep boundary area, and they get 1. Berridge will move in now to bowl to Tuckett. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Tuckett. Tuckett is playing it back up the strip to the bowler. Almost seemed like a slow ball again by Berridge. And Tuckett was committing himself to a more forceful shot and then just pushed it quietly back up the strip to the bowler. So here goes. Berridge races in now to bowl. Tuckett punches it. Stops it nicely, the bowler. So here goes. Penny Feather bowls to Pluck. Pluck turns it nicely into the onside for a single. Tuckett settles over his bat to take strike now from Penny Feather. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl to Carlton Tuckett. He's on driving, brilliant catch.
Larry boy.
Larry O'Dane pulls it in.
Not Larry boy. Not Larry. Not Larry boy.
Carlon took it on driving forcefully.
Not Larry boy.
Didn't get over it. And a brilliant catch by Larry O'Dane.
Come on. Mikyle, come on.
So Tuckett comes back. Caught brilliantly off the bowling of Cameron Pennyfeather. The new batsman in is Shelton Forbes, left-hander. Represented the Leewards last year for the first time. Comes solidly forward. Shelton Forbes. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl. He's driving. Can't score. Lots of chatter out there from the St. Kitts team. Here he goes. Pennyfeather moving in now to bowl to Forbes. Forbes comes quietly forward. Pushes it up to mid-off. Mikyle Louis gets it in. Lots of chatter out there. St. Kitts team bubbling out there. So here goes once more. Pennyfeather bowls to Forbes, who watches it quietly, going through to the keeper, ends the over. Sheena Berridge races in now to bowl. He's pushing it, slow ball into the offside. Sheena Berridge actually challenging Pluck to go over the top. He doesn't have a long off or a long on in place. He bowled a slow ball. Pluck has already struck Pennyfeather for 6 and he's challenging Pluck to try the same thing with me. It's all about psychology here. Here he goes. Races in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck goes cutting away. The man is racing across. That's brilliant football. Keeping it in. Here goes Sheena Berridge. Steaming in now. Pluck is driving. It's not going to reach the boundary. The ball is slowing up badly and the man is quick. The man is quick. They were thinking of the third, but they only got 2. The man is quick. Larry O'Dane pulled it in. 2 more to the total. Shelton Forbes just had a quick word with Carlton Pluck. Maybe telling him, don't get carried away. Sheena Berridge is trying to get in your head. Here he goes. Berridge races in now. He's driving back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score. So after 10 overs, Nevis 57 for the loss of 2. 2 wickets gone so far. Sheena Berridge will bowl once more to Pluck. And you just get the impression that something is going to give here. And I feel that Pluck is aiming to go big with him. He's going big. He goes inside out. Over extra cover for 4. Bend the shot. Bend of the knee. And hitting it over extra cover for 4. Lovely shot by Pluck. Just got the impression that something was going to give. No. The problem with Pluck is that sometimes he gets a bit carried away. Can he temper his aggression if there's a good ball? A really good ball. You just have to respect that. If he's to be put away, put him away. But if it's a really good ball, respect the good ball, Pluck. Let's see what happens. Berridge races in now to bowl to Pluck. Pluck is driving and rushing through for the single. Gets it easily in the end. So 1 more to Pluck. Batting positively. Sheena Berridge goes off for a short period. Substitute is on. So Pluck will take strike now from Pennyfeather. So Pluck will settle and will take strike now from Cameron Pennyfeather. They're making him wait, so he now will make them wait. Pluck will settle. Pennyfeather it is, moves in now to bowl. He's driving down the ground. That's a lovely shot. Mid-off comes across, feels well. One more to the total. Fobbs now will take strike from Pennyfeather. Settles over his bat. Pennyfeather will move in now to bowl to Fobbs. There he goes. Bowls to Fobbs. Fobbs is driving. That's a lovely shot. Oh, easy on the eyes once more. Hitting it straight as an arrow. Down the ground. Pennyfeather didn't have a chance. Neither did Long On. 4 runs. A lovely shot by Shelton Fobbs. Fobbs will settle once more. Pennyfeather moves in now to bowl to Fobbs. It's driving. Finds the gap, but there's a man deep. And they take a single. So one more to the total. Well, unfortunately, Pluck got run out just now. It was I think, uncalled for second run. And I think he kind of gave up at the end. He didn't really dive in. But you could see he was very annoyed when he walked off because he was going pretty well. So that brings Tijari Clark to the crease. He also is an exciting player. He also would have had a stint in the English leagues. Yeah. So he settles over his bat now. Pennyfeather to bowl to Clark. He's driving into the offside. He's just strolling through for 1. So 1 to the total. Pennyfeather moving in now to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs is driving nicely. Fielder comes across. And Clark seems to be struggling also. The running between the creases seems to leave a lot to be desired here. We just had a run out and Clark was struggling there. But he's calling Fobbs through. But that was a long single, I thought. So one of the youth players for St. Kitts, Tilokani, is into the attack. Moves in now to bowl to Fobbs, punching it into the offside. There's a man deep on the deep extra cover boundary. They get a single. Here goes. Yeah, that's a loose delivery and he missed out there. That was a gift before Christmas. Tijari Clark opened up his eyes but missed it completely. Settles over his bat once more. He's on the back foot, punches it back up the strip to the bowler, can't score. So Tilokani, one of the young players who would have featured in the under-19 tournament in the Leewards, moves in once more to bowl. He's quietly forward. Fobbs thinking of the single, but that's not on. So Tijari Clark will settle once more. Tilokani moves in now to bowl to Clark. He's going away from him for 4. Just couldn't get to it, hitting it straight down the ground and falling away from the fielder and gone for 4. Here goes once more. Tilokani moves in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is flicking it nicely into the onside. Picks up an easy single. So Tilokani will bowl now to the left-handed Fobbs. Looks as if he took a center guard from this distance as he moves in now to bowl to Fobbs. Fobbs is getting an edge. Seemed uncertain on that occasion. Got an out edge. And that ends the over. Here goes. Races in now to bowl to Clark. Gets an edge. Dropping just in front of the wicketkeeper. Either pad or bat, I'm not sure. Came off of something, but it dropped just in front of the wicketkeeper. Here goes, bowls. He's swinging into that. Swings it over mid-wicket for 4. Tijari Clark did that almost nonchalantly. Gone for 4. Here goes. Races in now to bowl. He's struck on the pad. That's mighty close. The umpire is unimpressed.
Too far down, man. Come on.
Penny Feather is holding his head.
No. Too far down, man. Come on.
Clark was beaten on that occasion. And the umpire is unimpressed. Clark will settle once more. Penny Feather it is. Races in now to bowl to Tijari Clark. Bowl start. He's swinging that one away for 6. I think it landed on the rope. I think it's gone for 6. So short, dipping on that occasion, and Tijari Clark swung it over back of the square for 6. Clark will settle once more. Penny for the balls. He's punching this one into the outside. Finds the gap, but there's a man deep, and they get 1. Shelton Fobbs back in strike. Penny Feather it is. Races in now to bowl to. Fobbs nicely driven down towards long off. Louis in attendance. Can't score. Ends the over.